One day in math class, the fire alarm sounded.
One day I was coming home from school and it had been a really bad day.
And I remember walking out and I just felt so alone.
I just hopped on the bus and I think I had a nervous breakdown.
And that was the day that I told myself that I was going to end my life.
I got off the bus and I was going to walk into a busy street and just let a car hit me.
When I was around 12, I started having a lot of issues with depression.
I think it started when I was like 15.
I was having a lot of issues surrounding my identity as bisexual.
Being deaf, it can have some really big downsides.
My parents ended up having a really nasty divorce.
My friend group at the time kind of dropped me and told me that I was unacceptable and unlovable in a lot of ways.
They made me feel isolated.
It just felt like I was alone. It felt kind of worthless, hopeless.
Like it just felt like I didn't belong.
I started to plan my suicide.
I felt the urge to kill myself.
Unfortunately, I have quite a few attempts under my belt.
I was terrified because I didn't want to die. I just wanted the pain to end.
I've come to the conclusion that I just wanted the pain to stop.
I told myself, you can go talk to your counselor or you can go home and it's lights out. You're never going to know what could have happened if you could have kept going.
I stepped out of the street, waited for Mom to come and pick me up, and then I told her everything.
I told my mom and she took me to the emergency room.
The police came to my house and they stopped that attempt. And that's when I started going into more intensive therapy.
You know, when I was in that counselor's room, I spilled everything out.
I had said something at school about it, about taking my own life, so they ended up calling my mom, and when she came, she was with my grandmother, and we all just hugged each other and broke down and cried. It felt like a release.
I wouldn't say that I'm someone who's just magically improved.
I thought that once you opened up about all these things, it was kind of like a doctor's appointment where it'd be like, oh, well, this is what you need to do. And it wasn't like that.
I thought that once my parents' divorce was finalized and once my relationship got better with my dad, that life would just be better, and it doesn't work like that sometimes, unfortunately.
It was a hard pill for me to swallow about how long it took.
It's going to take a while, whether a year, a few months, a few weeks.
Recovery isn't just a one-time thing, it's an everyday thing.
Progress isn't linear, you know. It's not going to get better instantaneously.
It's going to feel like a while. You just have to bear it a bit.
It's going to take years and years of work on yourself, but it'll happen eventually.
Every day is just about reminding yourself that things get better, things get easier, and there's just things worth living for.
If you're feeling suicidal, don't keep it to yourself.
For somebody that's out there and struggling with suicidal thoughts, I wouldn't say that mine went away. And I've always got to remind myself about all the good things in my life, but also just realizing that you're not alone.
You have to just open up and get help, and don't ever give up.
One day you're just gonna wake up and you'll realize that you're doing better than you were 2 months ago or 2 years ago.
And it's really hard, and I wouldn't lie and say that the process is easy, but I would definitely say that it's worth it 100%. Everyone that cares about them thinks that it's worth it, so they should think that it's worth it for themselves as well.
My name's Cole Tucker. I'm 18.
I'm Devin. I'm 18 years old.
My name's Amy Resnick. I'm 15.
My name is Jerry Lopez. I'm 21 years old.
My name is Max, and I am 18.